Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm doing a tutorial on this eye look. This is a very smoky cat eye look. This is a little out of my comfort zone, to be honest, just because I like my eye looks to be very round and very blown out, and even though this is very blown out and smoky, it is very elongated, which is something I'm uncomfortable with on myself, but I think is very, very beautiful at the same time. So today I used the Sultry palette from Anastasia. I've been so excited to play with this. Let me know if you want to see more looks with this palette, because I can do that. But I hope you like this one. Please subscribe and hit the bell, and let's get started. The first color that I'm going to use is Birch, which is this shade here. It looks like it's a pretty warm brown, but it's actually kind of neutral. The brush that I'm going to be using for this is the Smith 232. It is a really big fluffy brush. It's not super dense, so it's really good for fluffing on eyeshadow. So I'm going to pick up Birch. I'm going to start by bringing this here into my crease. See, this goes a little bit more yellowy than it does orange, and I feel like a lot of warm tone shades will pull more orange than anything. So this is a nice neutral. It's giving you that yellow, but it's also a little bit more cool. I'm just doing circle motions, and over here when I go to the outer part, I kind of bring it like counterclockwise. Like I'm blending away from my nose, and I'm blending towards my nose in circles. Now I'm just building the color with the same brush. Now I'm also gonna bring this under the eye. I have it right here on the tip of the brush. I'm gonna put my chin down and look upwards and hit this underneath like this. This will be our nice base shade for everything. It's gonna peek behind everything else. So I'm ready to start kind of cooling this up a little bit. I'm gonna switch into a Smith 230, which is a little bit smaller than the 232. You can see the size differences here. So the 230 is the smaller one, and that's what I'm gonna use now. And I'm gonna go into Twig, which is this shade here. It's pretty cool toned, but it's not as cool toned as this shade right here. So we're gonna grab Twig, and I just want to focus this here, kind of like in the outer lid area. I'm just kind of pushing it here on this outer lid, and this is starting to smoke it up. Just pushing, and then when it kind of hits that crease area, I'm gonna do little circles. Kind of wiggle it and push it inwards, keeping the most pigment on the outer corner. Now I'm gonna grab that first brush with the first color. I'm gonna go back in and just blend out the edges. All of them, even over here where we stopped it, and kind of fade it in. I'm also gonna bring this down here on the bottom lash line with that brush. So now I'm gonna go in with my Inglot gel liner, number 77, and I'm gonna create a wing. I feel like I haven't done wings liner in forever. Eyeliner's on, it does not have to be perfect. Mine, I screwed up a few times. It's like super thick over here, just doesn't matter. I just put it on. And now I'm going to grab Dystopian shade, this like really dark brown shade here. And I'm gonna put this on a Sigma E15 flat definer brush. It's really flat on the top. Looks like it's so kind of like at the edge, but also kind of like overlapping the liner too. And flicking it up like this. So push, flick, push, flick. And this is just kind of starting to soften the liner. And now don't go all the way to the very tip of the liner out here. Just keep it mainly on the lid part. It's just softening this. This is also what's gonna make it really smoky. And now I'm just gonna grab that 230 brush that we were using, and I'm just gonna go over that and diffuse that color. Now I'm gonna go into a pencil brush. This is the Anastasia A14 brush. It's one of my favorite brushes. And I'm gonna pick up the Dystopian shade, and I'm gonna start packing this right here in the outer corner like this like little outer crease area, and pushing it this way. You don't wanna bring it all the way over here to this part, because that's gonna bring the smoky eye like too far out this way. You want that to be the tip, and for this to kind of just blend it in this way. So this just goes kind of like a really sharp outer V. Packing this on. You can go over the liner and just push it inwards. Grab that last fluffy brush and blend out the edges, whatever's left on it. Now, depending on how smoky you want to go, you could stop here with the colors, or you can go in with noir, which is what I'm going to do, which is this black shade here. I'm just going to pack this here in the outer corner, make this even smokier. And this is also going to blend the eyeliner even more. I kind of want the eyeliner to be one with the eyeshadow. So now I just mixed the black and dark brown shade together because I don't want you to see where my eyeliner ends. And I think that's the whole point with this, is like just having them all kind of be one together. So I mixed that together so that we could kind of distract from this harsh line from the liner. And I think that's working. And so for this, I'm just kind of going back and forth, adding a little bit at a time. I've messed up a few times on the bottom and carried it down too far. You can always go back in with concealer and fix it. I'll probably do that in a minute once I'm all done with this, but don't be afraid if you mess up or go down too far. So I'm just picking up a little bit of concealer on that concealer brush, and I'm just gonna go underneath and stamp this to help reinforce that wing. Okay, and then just using my finger to kind of dot that in. Okay, so I really love matte looks. I would totally do this all matte, but I feel like I want to do something different for myself and do something a little bit more, I don't know, traditional or classic, I guess. I feel like typical me would just leave this matte, but I feel like the more classic, like bombshell smoky cat eye would have like a little bit of shimmer here. And I feel like a lot of people love shimmer. Plus, this has a plethora of shimmery shades. So I'm going to grab the color Cinder, which is the shade here. It reminds me a lot of Grand Stand from Makeup Geek. And I'm going to take this on a MAC 242 brush. It's this flat brush here. I'm gonna pick it up, and now you're probably wondering, like, why am I doing this now? If I were to put this on first, I feel like then the shimmer would have gotten blended around and you would have had shimmer in areas that you didn't want it. Where now I feel like I can just put it right where I need it. So I'm just gonna pop this. I need a mirror. I'm just going to pop this right here on the lid. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush and just blend around this. And now I'm also gonna grab a little bit of rose quartz into this as well. Just for fun. This is a Makeup Geek pencil brush, but it's a really, really tiny one. And I'm gonna grab the color Pearl, which is this shade right here. It's more of like a champagne vanilla icy color. So I'm gonna pick that up on this brush, and I'm gonna highlight my inner corner and bring it up into the look right here. I'm also gonna take this right up here on the brow bone and highlight the whole eye area. Okay, so now for the waterline, I'm gonna go in with the Rimmel Nude Scandalized Liner. You can get this on Amazon, and I think you can still find it in stores from what I've heard. I just haven't seen it. And now for me, what I like to do when I do like more smoky cat eye type deal is I like to make sure that this wing becomes a part of the bottom, because you want this whole look to look one and unified and very like smoked out and cat-like. So we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna grab another E15. This is the same brush that I used for the top, but this one's clean. So I'm going into the Dystopian shade, and I'm gonna connect it right here and bring this here on the lash line. And I'm not gonna bring this all the way in. I'm kind of stopping where like my iris stops. I'm gonna grab my 216 brush from Makeup Forever with whatever's left on it and just smudge this out. And grab a little bit of twig actually on this brush. Kind of smoking that out and kind of bringing it a little bit under the wing over here, because we still want this to be a little smoky. We just want the very tip of that wing to be sharp. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Noir, which is the black shade, and I'm gonna go really close to the lashes. Keep that really precise. And I'm also gonna bring this down a little bit here, and I'm connecting this to the wing. Okay, so now that I have that shape created on the bottom lash line, it's very, very subtle. It's pretty easy to achieve. A lot of times, like, people will take their liner and do an inner corner liner, like, tip to make it even more, like, you know, catty and elongated. I don't like that on myself. mainly because I suck at doing that, and I can do it if I really, really put my mind to it and try. I just don't enjoy doing it. So we're gonna do it this way, and so that's how I achieved that same illusion. So I quickly applied some mascara and then topped it with lashes. These are the velour lashes in Here to Slay. And now I'm applying mascara to the bottom lashes to balance out the top ones. For my lips, I'm basically doing the same lip combo as my last video, and my foundation, by the way, everything on my face is exactly the same in that video as well, so I'll link that down below. I would use the NYX lip liner that I used in that video, but I can't find it. It's probably in my purse downstairs, so instead I'm gonna use MAC Oh Honey, which is a great nude lip pencil, and I'm gonna go over top of it with the Rimmel Tiramisu lip pencil. All right, so this is the final look up close and personal, so you can see what this looks like. Even though this look is outside my comfort zone, I'm still really happy with how it turned out. I feel like putting the nude in the waterline is making me feel a little bit more comfortable. If you wanted to make this even smokier, just pop some black or brown in your waterline and you'll be good to go. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked hearing my tips and tricks on achieving this look. If you have other techniques that you want to see, let me know down below, because I feel like I always ask like, what tutorials you want to see, but like what actual techniques do you want to see from me that you haven't heard me talk about before? Let me know that down below. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching and taking time out of your day to watch this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.